Coming back after 4.5 days of rest. Had a little tennis elbow. Extreme pain inside the right arm, so I had to rest for an extended amount of time. So this is the first day back. Here I'm warming up, standing at the seated press. Just 160 on there, nothing heavy, but I feel it. Going straight to upper back, rear deltoids, outer deltoids. But I'm going to change variations. Right now I'm holding the bar, taking my thumb out of the equation. My thumb is behind the bar. That helps me compensate with my forearm flexors and my biceps. I can actually pull more with my rear delts, my traps, and my lats. I'm going to switch my posture to better activate my scapula in a couple reps here. Isometric hold in some reps. Here I activate my scapula, changing my posture of my shoulders. Again, pulling with my arms and my back. Here I flare my elbows out to better get the traps, rhomboids, and rear delts. Here I'm using the chains to give me more distance and more of an angle with the pull down. A little bit of gym innovation. And I'm using the hooks. So when I want to let go of the handles, it's just going to be the straps holding my arms. So I'm actually spreading my arms and not pulling the bar with or pulling the handle with my biceps. This is a better way for me to isolate the area I'm trying to target. Right now I am not holding the handles. My fists are balled, and it's me spreading my arms, changing variations, angles, my posture to recruit certain rear dorsal muscles to get full activation in that whole muscle region. Trying to take care of every striation that you see flexing as I'm pulling. Here is a face pull, but I'm not holding the handles, so I feel the isolation. Here I'm doing a stiff arm pull down. Can really feel the burn in this right here. In this lightweight, you don't need much for this, especially when you're doing it at the end of a set. Flaring my elbows again to simulate the face pull. Here I am raising my forearms back. This really gets the traps and the rear delts. The burn is extremely intense. Changing the weight here. Before I set out, I planned on doing multiple sets. But throughout the sets, changing the variation once again. Here my forearms are raised upward as I pull back with my arms. No bicep or forearm flexion to interrupt what I'm trying to do to my rear delts. Here have my arms in a half moon formation to better get my traps and rhomboids. Here I'm going to hold the handles once again to do the stiff arm pull down. As you can see, a different flexion in my back. At the end of the set, lightweight, still feel the intense burn, flaring my elbows out again. Here is a machine I don't use quite often, very rarely, but I'm going to be applying it to my weekly routine. The leg press. Full disclosure, I'm not too confident in the strength in my lower lumbar to do the hack squat, but I will work myself up to it. I have hardware on my right knee, so it's a gradual build up until I'm able to do those with significant amounts of weight. I've had a microdiscectomy and I have hardware on my right knee, so I'm more stronger here in the quad extension, but even here I don't do this in excess. Right here I'm using about 115, and I'm going to do a drop set of this before returning to the leg press once again, and I raise the weight. Once again, back to the leg press, bringing my knees all the way back to my chest to maximize the effect that I'm trying to gain from the leg press. I've raised the weight 50 more pounds. Toe before my knees to emphasize more force being applied and resistance being applied to my hamstrings and my glutes. Here I am back to the pull downs, or the rows modified, and I'm using the hooks once again. I started off with a supinated pull, wide as I could get it. Pronated my pull now, but as I've said, I am not grabbing the handles. The straps are holding, so I am not using my forearm flexors or biceps much. Changing my positions, raising my forearms back now to better isolate my traps and rear delts. Pulling as high as I can right now at this portion of my routine. Extended sets, volumizing everything by using multiple variations within one set. Right now I'm feeling an intense burn through the whole upper portion of my back. Straight arm pull downs once again at the end of the set. Chase everything I just did. Now I'm to the glute machine. I'm going to change my seated position in a minute. Do the isometric hold until it burns. This video is sped up pretty fast, significantly, to maximize record time. Now it's to a chest press, seated chest press, but close grip out in front of me with the landmine apparatus. And I'm going to try to get all three areas of the pectoral muscle. Right now I'm going for the upper pectorals, the front delts, and the traps get worked out pretty good here too, especially when you keep the weight out in front of you. A little bit of core exertion too. Then immediately supersetting into the downward butterfly, cable flies, squeezing at the bottom to get full contraction right where I want to feel it. So I know exactly what I'm working. I can feel the burn. The soreness will follow later tonight, but that's what we're working for. Back to the landmines. Weight out in front of me again, not shifting my weight back and forth. Managing the weight, the eccentric pull down. Again, this video was sped up significantly. My eccentric is much slower than you see it right here. And then immediately back into the downward fly. Also using a cable butterfly press. At the same time, squeezing as much as possible at the bottom. A little bit of a hold at the bottom of the rep too.
Pick this shit up, see where I'm at.
The intensity of the burn lets you know where you're at. Here I'm just trying to see where I'm at within strength and endurance, and I'm going to go at this 245 on this lever press. See how many I can get, just to see where I'm at, a heat check, so to speak. And I push out 3 reps pretty smooth. The first 2 came out smooth. Third was a little ginger, but again, I've been working out for about 1.5 hours right now, so that's very good after 5 days of rest. And for my last set of rows, forward modified rows and pull downs. It's alpha activity, therapeutic activity, audio visual lifestyle. Hear me, see me, feel me, remember me. It's total fitness, mind, body, and spirit. We always looking to grow. Like I always say, do you, because I'm an effortlessly, undeniably, unmistakably, undoubtedly be me. A better me is all I ever want to be. And if I can inspire, motivate, encourage, or support anyone to do that with me, near or far, we living for a purpose. Purpose is necessary. Find yours. Never let it go for nothing or no one, because nothing or no one should require you to, in order for it or them to have a place in your life as you move forward with it. The object is to move forward.